This is your week 11 waiver wire, and we're starting with Audric Estime. We got coach reports that before the game, they were planning to give more workload over to Audric Estime, and it looks like they did that. We got 12 attempts to Javonte Williams, 1 attempt. That's pretty striking. 53 yards in the first game as the primary back there, so that's great to see. You notice that Javonte only 2 catches on 2 targets. So only 3 total touches for Javonte, 6 total yards for him. So it looks like going forward, this could be all for Audric Estime. I mean, it's pretty wild to see how that flipped, but we're not surprised coming into the season. Audric Estime, he actually was a top 5 overall running back in PFF run grade over the past 10 years. So really good rusher of the football. Javonte Williams is actually ahead of him on that list, but still, it looks like he will actually absolutely have an opportunity to have a good workload for the rest of the season, and I like what he's doing. So make sure to get Audric Estime that he's not sitting out there on your waivers. Now we'll go on to the next guy, Trey Benson. So 10 attempts to James Conner's 12, but he almost had double the rushing yards with 62 to Conner's 33. Late in the season, rookies typically find their stride. Conner hasn't had that injury yet, so every year he has had one. So I think at some point that will come, or whether it's just a week or whatever it may be. But even still, right now he's getting more opportunity, and they'll have the bye week, and a lot of times we'll see after the byes. A lot of times these running backs take that step forward, or rookies in general will take that step forward. So definitely go out and find a way to get them on your team. So next, we'll go into this game from last night. The Rams running back rookie was starting to get a little bit more burn. Blake Corum, 2 catches, 8 yards. And again, this is more than he had been getting. 1 catch, 7 yards. And, we're still waiting for a potential opportunity to open up with Kyron Williams ahead of him. But still, before I've had these waiver wire lists as, pick up rookie running back, well, now I'm listing them all out. You'll notice a lot of these running backs here, all these running backs here are rookies. So we want to just make sure we're getting ahead of it. Same in that same matchup, we've got right here, Jalen Wright, 5 attempts. Okay, 5 attempts as a rusher. We like to see that. Maybe he does take a step ahead of Raheem Mostert. Not too much from a Chan there, but still, if there's an injury, he's going to be a great guy to take a step in there. So I absolutely think he can catch as well, and he was one of the fastest running backs in this class. And the next guy, I'm not going to have a graphic to show, but we've got coming back from the bye, the Green Bay Packers. Marshawn Lloyd's been a guy who I said can catch, so I think he's going to have himself an opportunity here. So we'll see what he can do. Maybe he quickly takes that running back 2 spot and, is that lightning to Josh Jacobs' thunder. We'll see how that plays out, but someone I want to stash there. And then for the quarterback spot, we've got Trey Lance. Dak Prescott down for the season. It did not go well for Cooper Rush. 13 completions on 23 attempts, so that's not great. Only 45 yards, 2 fumbles. Trey Lance, 4 of 6 is just whatever. Had an interception, so it's still going to be a bad passer rating overall. But if they give him the starting opportunity, we know he'll use his legs. He was 17 yards here on 3 attempts just in this game. And the rest of the running backs aren't doing too much. So I can absolutely see an opportunity for Trey Lance to just be named the starter rest of season so that the Cowboys can see what that 4th round pick nets them. And that could be a really good opportunity for him and for our fantasy lineups. And then we'll go to the receiver spot for the Miami Dolphins, back to Jonnu Smith, who tied for team high receptions. He also had 45 yards. Could have had a touchdown, fell short of the goal line, but it looks lean, looks explosive. Typically, Tua doesn't use a tight end. It's just his main 2 targets, but this season's been a little bit different. So if you're hurting at the tight end spot, someone that you can put into your lineup. So that'll be it for this week's waiver wire. Take a look at those bye weeks now and next week. There's a lot of them. I could barely even fit them on the sheet this time. We've got Arizona, the Panthers, the Giants, the Buccaneers will bye this week, and then in week 12, Atlanta, Buffalo, Cincinnati, the Jaguars, New Orleans, and the New York Jets. So good luck. Look a week ahead, and I will see you guys in the next one.